Hello, and welcome to the Season 1 finale of Unbiased Unboxing. Today, we are going to be taking a look at an awesome new game and two of its expansions. We are going to look at Castle Panic by Justin DeWitt and Fireside Games. We are also going to be having a look at the Wizard's Tower expansion and the Dark Titan expansion. Let's get started. So, in Castle Panic, you will find this quad fold board here. It has 3 different zones of color and 3 different rings that monsters can appear in. All of the quadrants are numbered 1 to 6, which is why you will have this D6 here. You'll use that to know where to place your monsters. Of course, numbered 1 through 6 going clockwise. You'll have 2 quadrants in red, 2 in green, and 2 in blue. The rings are numbered from Forest to Archer to Knight to Swordsman, and finally the Castle Ring. Getting a monster in the Castle Ring is very, very bad, because once they are in the Castle Ring, there's only a few cards that can actually push them back out. And when monsters are in the Forest Ring, they're almost unhittable, except for by special cards. The game also comes with 6 player references. This is a 1 to 6 player game, and has a number of these castle cards that have different functions. You have knights, swordsmen, and even archers of different colors going green, red, and blue. You have brick cards like this one, and there are also mortar cards, which when the two are played together, brick and mortar, will allow you to rebuild one of your walls. But we'll get into that in a second. There are also some special cards that will let you do things like fortify a wall, or the Barbarian, which will let you kill any monster in any ring, including the Castle Ring. You will also have 6 of these wall standees and 6 of these tower standees that you place like so. The tower nearest to the center, and then the wall outside of it. These are important here because the monsters move inwards at the end of each player's turn, and should they ever hit a wall or tower, they'll take damage. But you can do things like the aforementioned fortify on a wall to allow it to be able to take extra damage before it would be destroyed. There are also cards like the tar card, which will allow you to place this token on a monster and stick it in place for 1 turn. This game also has a very cool promo that came out this year, the Tabletop Day 2015 Tower, that lets it take 2 points of damage before being destroyed. I apologize. The tower itself does 2 damage to the monster destroying it, but it doesn't take any additional damage. And that's essentially it. The game is played by drawing monster tokens out of a monster bag. We just went and found one at our local craft store. When monsters are drawn, they are placed by dice roll into certain rings and will continue to try to move inward towards your castle. Some monsters are stronger than others, like the Troll Mage, and can take multiple points of damage spinning down as they continue to be damaged until they are defeated. Some monsters, like the Goblin here, only take 1 damage before being destroyed. There are also various modifiers that can be played, like a plague, or moving monsters clockwise, or even the dreaded giant boulder, which when rolled will roll through an entire line of the board, taking out everything in its path. And you continue playing through the game until the bag is empty of monsters. Now, there's a few things that change when you add the Wizard's Tower expansion. First of all, we have a new rule booklet that details all of the new things added with the Wizard's Tower expansion, which helps supplement the original rulebook, which is already pretty detailed itself. But within the Wizard's Tower, you will find a brand new monster bag with the adorable Castle Panic logo there. And inside are a number of the new monsters that come with the game. Let's take a look at them. So you have these new imp monsters that actually get set off to the side of the board. They continue to spawn through various means. There are new monsters with new movement mechanics and new power levels, and there are these placeholder tokens that you add into the monster bag now that will hold the space for one of the very dangerous new high point monsters like the Basilisk or the Warlock or even the dreaded Dragon. This game also adds a new mechanic in flying monsters. Flying monsters can only be hit by archers. It doesn't matter what ring they're in, but they must be hit by an archer. There are certain cards that can be played that will give a character the ranged ability to hit a flying monster, but those can be very hard to find. And in a game this high stakes and nerve-wracking, you may not want to wait on a card ability. The game also includes this new Wizard's Tower that you use to replace one of the original 6 towers. As long as the Wizard's Tower is standing, you get to draw some wizard cards. Wizard's Tower cards allow you to do awesome new special abilities. But they are only available as long as the Wizard's Tower stands. Should the Wizard's Tower fall, taking even 1 point of damage, you lose all wizard card abilities. Things like Rain of Ice, or Hammer of Light, or the Extinguishing Wind, or Blue Fireball. There are a number of different things that will help you out greatly. It also adds some new castle cards that will add some new special abilities for you. The game also adds a new on fire mechanic, which can be very nerve-wracking. Characters can now spit fire at your castle walls and actually clip fire tokens onto the walls themselves. When they've received a number of fire tokens, they will be destroyed. However, if a character should run into a wall that is on fire, it will light the monster on fire as well. There are some helpful player references here that will let you know what the new monsters do, as well as in the original base game, there are player references that are very helpful as to your play order and what the monsters do on the corners there. In the base game itself, the turns are pretty easy. As you draw up to your current hand limit of cards, you can discard any and draw 1 card if you choose. You can trade cards if you choose by trading 1 card to another player to get a more useful one for your turn. You can play cards and then you move monsters one space in. You then draw 2 new monsters and place them on the board. Now, don't think that the game is going to get longer every time you add the expansion. In fact, they detail in the rule booklet what monsters to take out and what ones to add in with each new expansion. So the game doesn't get any longer by adding a whole new bag of monsters. It just gets a little trickier with the new things that the monsters can do. Now, let's take a look at the brand new Dark Titan expansion. First thing you will find is some more helpful items like the Barrage, Boiling Oil in red, green, and blue, and the Chevalier. The Chevalier is a cool new mechanic that adds this little mounted soldier here that you can move around the board on your turn. He can move into spaces and damage monsters, but should he ever end his turn in a space in which a monster has more than 2 health, he himself can die, which is not very good. We then also have a collection of new monsters to choose from here, including the Heralds for Agronok, the Dark Titan, and some other new scary things. And then we have the dreaded Agronok, the Dark Titan himself. He is the brand new boss of the game. He has 8 points of health, and just when you think he's defeated, when you've dealt enough damage, he flips over to his 4-point side. So you have to hit him 8 times before he is actually defeated. And he has a number of these cards that can modify what he's actually able to do on a turn. They range in level power from 1 all the way up to 6, and even a special 6 power promo card. This guy is especially scary because once he gets into your castle ring, it's pretty impossible to defeat him. Especially because anytime you use one of these special purple cards like the Barbarian or the Arrow Volley on Agronok, it's removed from the game. He also gets to move much faster than a lot of the other monsters, which is where it may come in handy to get some of these special promos from Fireside, like the Any Color Hero, which can hit in any ring in any color, whereas a normal hero can just hit in any ring of its color. But you could also get the Crossbow Coaster promo, which will let you hit a flying monster that is once per game ability, and it allows a Knight or Swordsman to hit a flying monster, basically giving them a crossbow. There's also the Feather Bookmark. If you play this once per game on a monster that has been tarred, you can tar and feather them, thereby defeating the monster. And so, there you have it. That, in essence, is Castle Panic. This game is available now, and was even featured on the show Tabletop with Will Wheaton. It retails at $34.99, with the Wizard's Tower expansion retailing at $24.99, and the Dark Titan expansion for only $14.95. All of these are available now, and for more information, you can click the link in the description below. Until next season, this has been Unbiased Unboxing. Thanks for watching.